We are adjusting the rigging on our CNC 39 today, and basic explanation of what that is there are 6 wires that keep our mast straight. So let's look at the mast. The mast holds the sails on the boat, and I'm standing on the bow and eyeballing it, and I can do that from the stern to make sure my mast is straight. 4 of them are permanently tensioned, and 2 of them are adjustable. The fore and aft, this is my baby stay in the front, or actually 7 of them, and that's my roller furling for my Genoa. The tension on those vary because I have an adjustable back stay, so I can put a little curve towards the back to adjust sail tension. So I'm not going to measure those. But my side stays, this one goes all the way to the top of the mast. And these are the baby stays that come down right here for the mast, to the middle of the mast. Now, what I've been doing is just feeling the tension with my hand and monitoring it as I'm sailing when I'm close hauled either direction, see how much slack I got in them. But we've invested in a Loos Gage, and that is this tool here to accurately measure tension on our rigging. So what I'm going to do first is get an accurate measurement of what these 4 stays to port to starboard are, and record that, and then adjust them till they're equal to about 25% of braking strength as determined by size. And that way my rigging should be perfectly tuned. So let's get to work. Using the gauge, you can see this is bigger than 1/4 inch. 9/32 is right. 3/8 is sloppy. 5/16 is sloppy. So we'll use the gauge for 9/32 and the scale for 9/32 when we put it on. So the tension gauge is in place, and we're getting a reading of 33. Let me put my glasses on, and we'll compare that with the chart, and it looks like that's too tight. But we're going to read all 4 before we do any adjustments. Size the baby stay, you can see it's bigger than a 9/32. It's 5/16. Let me move that out of the way. So let's put it on and read it. And this one's showing an 18 on the 5/16 scale, closest to a 19, so that one's only about 7%. So we're going to record that. And another interesting point is, as the boat rocks in the waves, you can see the scale moving. So we want to catch it at about average, because that's what you want for your tension. Now we're on the port side rod rigging, and you can see it's pretty equally tensioned. My mast is straight, but it's over tensioned. So let's go to the baby stay. And the baby stay on the starboard side looks about right, somewhere around 24 for a 9/32 cable. Let's read what 24 would be. 17%, so it's a little loose too. So the baby stays are loose, but the main stays are tight. So let me record this, think about it, and come out here and adjust them. Looking at what I got here, I want to adjust my baby stays first before I slack the main stays off, and I'm on the starboard side, and it's at 11%. The stays are tensioned with turnbuckles, so I got to remove the Carter keys that keep them from moving and turn this to tighten this up. And I've got the Loos Gage on, but my sunshade's in the way. But let's give it a couple turns and see what happens. All right, let's turn the turnbuckle and add some tension. See, as you turn that one, you've got to turn this one back because the threads oppose each other. bring it to rest, or you can get your Carter keys back in. Then we'll check the loose gauge. You're looking at the scale for 5/16. We want to be on 34 to get 24%. Maybe another half turn. And I think that's pretty close to 34. So let's go check the other side and make sure the rigging's balanced from side to side on these baby stays. We're on the port side on the baby stay, and it was a 24, now it's a 25, but it's got to go up to, what do we say, 34? Yeah. So it didn't move much because we're pulling down and not to the side. So let's tighten this one up and get them balanced. Okay, port side's up to 34. So let's move this back over to starboard, make sure that that one stayed correct. Party foul! I'm tensioning up this port side baby stay, and look, she has failed. One of the wires is broken, and you can see cracks formed. They probably were already there, I just couldn't see them, in the fittings. So this operation's over. I'm going to have to remove both baby stays and replace them. Well, that's that, and that's the purpose. We inspect our rigging and check our tension, and always put an eye on things. And yeah, that's expensive to find. I got to replace those, but it's less expensive than losing the mast, losing the boat, and losing my life. So when we go to working on that, we'll share that with you, but we're done for now.